Mercedes and McLaren's ongoing issues with their cars. To the question everyone is asking themselves, has Fernando Alonso finally made the move of his career? Hold tight as we head into some of the most exciting news from the previous week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Formula One. Jens Tost, the team principal of AlphaTauri, has confirmed that the team will maintain its collaboration with Red Bull and dispelled rumors about the sale of the sister team. Tost's announcement came in response to reports from German media outlet Automotor Unsport, AMUS, which claimed that Red Bull was considering moving AlphaTauri to the UK to cut costs and could potentially sell the team if the relocation did not prove to be financially viable. The reports also suggested that AlphaTauri costs more to run than the leading team. Tost made the statement ahead of the Bahrain Grand Prix, which took place this previous weekend. Franz Tost released a statement stating that he had productive discussions with Oliver Mintzlaff, who assured him that the shareholders have no intention of selling Scuderia AlphaTauri, and Red Bull will continue to provide support to the team in the future. Tost dismissed the rumors and urged the team to concentrate on their performance for the upcoming season. In the event of a sale, Automotor and Sport reported that Andretti is interested in acquiring the team, with the American outfit determined to secure a place in Formula One. Christian Horner, the team principal of Red Bull, has suggested that Aston Martin could emerge as their biggest rivals in the race for the Drivers' Championship, with Max Verstappen aiming for a third consecutive title win. Despite Red Bull appearing to have the quickest car on the grid and impressing during preseason testing, Horner has been impressed by Aston Martin's simulation data and testing pace, leading him to believe that they have made significant progress with their car design. In particular, Horner highlighted the competitiveness of Fernando Alonso in the AMR23, which looked fast and reliable during testing, and praised the technical leadership of Dan Fallows, who previously served as Red Bull's chief aerodynamicist. You might want to hold on to the end of the video to find out what McLaren did with their design this previous race weekend. Sergio Perez, the Red Bull driver, has expressed his belief that a change to make the rear Formula One tires worse will be preferred by all drivers. Pirelli, the F1 supplier, has introduced new tire constructions for 2023, which have resulted in heavier compounds and increased sidewall strength. Although Perez acknowledges that the new tire tweaks have made the rear tire worse, he sees this as a positive development. According to Perez, the previous tires were terrible, with the front tires degrading quickly, while the rear tires remained fairly consistent, leading to a worsening balance. The new tires have a more manageable platform, allowing drivers to make adjustments and avoid the fronts from deteriorating rapidly. When asked whether he could take advantage of the balanced tire life, Perez responded that he believed all drivers would benefit from it. According to Perez, the new tires have brought the front and rear tires closer together, although the rear tires remain slightly stronger. However, the new construction means that the front tires are no longer as heavily affected. This in turn makes the tire wear more manageable and allows drivers to work on preserving their tires during races. Perez believes that Pirelli has taken the right approach by bringing both tires closer together. Zak Brown has once again criticized Red Bull for their breach of the F1 budget cap, which has been a major topic in the news for the last 5 months. The issue has also been highlighted in Season 5 of the Netflix series Drive to Survive, where the bad blood between Brown and Red Bull team principal Christian Horner was shown. In October, Brown sent a strongly worded letter to FIA chief Mohammed Ben Sulayem about the breach, which resulted in a $7 million fine and a 10% reduction in the aerodynamic testing allowance for Red Bull. In his letter to McLaren fans on the eve of the 2023 season, Brown referred to the matter again, indicating that it was not yet forgotten. He added that he trusts there won't be a repeat of these financial breaches in 2023. Despite McLaren and Red Bull being at opposite ends of the grid, the Brown vs. Horner rivalry promises more fireworks off the track. Since joining the Elite League in 2019, Lando Norris has been turning heads left, right, and center. The man has been a force to reckon with on the track, and boy, has he got the moves. Last season, Norris was the only driver outside of Mercedes, Red Bull, or Ferrari to stand on the podium. Talk about an underdog story. But despite his impressive performances, the McLaren driver is still waiting on his first Formula One win. And the reason for that? Well, let's just say McLaren hasn't exactly been providing Lando with a car that can take on the top dogs. And that's not just our opinion, folks. Andrea Stella, McLaren's new team principal, recently spilled the beans in an interview with TalkSport.com. When asked if he believed that only Max Verstappen performed better than Norris last season, Stella replied with, "I think Lando has been maybe the second best driver last season. Someone is throwing some serious shade." But how did Lando react to all this? Well, he was surprisingly diplomatic about it. When asked if he agreed with Stella's comment, Norris said, "I'm not a guy who tries to boost my own ego and things like that. It doesn't matter if last year was better or worse." But let's be real, folks. We all know Norris is a star in the making, and it seems like Red Bull knows it too. Rumor has it that they've been eyeing Lando for a while now, and who can blame them? The guy's more than capable of winning races and making moves that leave us all gasping for air. So what's the tea, you ask? Well, if McLaren doesn't step up their game and give Norris a car that can compete with the big boys, we might just see the Brit make the move to Red Bull. Can you imagine Lando taking on Max Verstappen in a head-to-head battle? It would be the stuff of legends. But for now, all we can do is sit back and enjoy the show. Will McLaren finally give Norris the car he deserves? Or will Red Bull swoop in and snatch him up? Only time will tell, folks. But one thing's for sure, Lando Norris is a name you need to keep on your radar. So, could Lando Norris be leaving McLaren for a more competitive team soon? That's the million-dollar question on everyone's minds. Let's take a look at his options. There's no denying that Red Bull would love to have him on their team, especially after his impressive performances in recent years. However, Norris has previously rejected a move to Red Bull in favor of signing a new contract with McLaren. But if McLaren fails to provide him with a car capable of winning races, would Norris be forced to reconsider his options? Only time will tell. Teams in Formula One might want to scrutinize how Netflix produces the official series, Drive to Survive. Despite the return of Max Verstappen in Season 5, some purist fans may still not be satisfied. Esteban Ocon expressed that the show still reflects reality in a strange way. Alpine team principal Otmar Schaffnauer says that they have the chance to preview the episodes before the final version but should be more diligent in correcting any misrepresentations. Haas team principal Gunther Steiner, who is a prominent figure in the series, admitted that he does not watch the finished product, and driver Kevin Magnussen hasn't seen it either. Seamless Digital's panels, which allow multiple brands to be displayed in rotation, were first trialed during free practice at the 2022 United States Grand Prix. For the upcoming season, McLaren's major partner Google Chrome will be displayed using the dynamic branding technology at every event. The team confirmed that the two-display system will have no aerodynamic impact on the car and was used at the Bahrain Grand Prix for the first time. The panels weigh a total of 190 grams and are integrated into the car's design. That's all we got for this week's recap. But don't be alarmed because we will be back next week with even more updates. And as always, like, share, and subscribe for more Formula One content.